Good evening, family and friends. My name is Miles White-Lacombe, Student Body President, and it is with great honor that I welcome you to the commencement ceremonies for the class of 2026. Today marks the completion of your students, family members, and friends' journey through high school. On behalf of the student body, I thank you all for your gracious support along the way and welcome you to the graduation of Mountain Vista High School's class of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the faculty of Mountain Vista High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and welcome the class of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem, sang by the Mountain Vista Senior Choir under the direction of Mr. Ben Heiser. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Please be seated. Thank you for joining us in this celebration. We would like to begin by recognizing some very important guests. Parents of our graduates, please stand and be recognized. Grandparents of our graduates, please stand and be recognized. I would like to introduce you to some of our important guests seated on the stage this evening. From the Douglas County Board of Education, Mr. Brad Geiger, Miss Susan Meek. From the Central Administration of Douglas County Schools, Mr. Danny Windsor, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Brian Condon, Chief Human Resources Officer. Ms. Janice Leisner, Chief Financial Officer. Mr. Ian Wells, Executive Director of Schools. Now, it is my honor to present our Student Body Vice President, Lainey Schaefer, to the podium to continue our guest introduction.
I would like to introduce to you other important guests seated on the stage this afternoon. From the schools in the Mountain Vista feeder area, Ms. Allison Shaner, Principal, Mountain Ridge Middle School. Ms. Allison Sullivan, Principal, Bear Canyon Elementary School. Ms. Candace Swain, Principal, Copper Mesa Elementary. Ms. Erin Leonard, Principal, Northridge Elementary. Ms. Pam Pekarek, Principal, Sand Creek Elementary. Ms. Marlo Franks, Principal, Summit View Elementary School. And now, from Mountain Vista High School, I am pleased to introduce our principal, Mr. Rob Segley. And our assistant principals and dean, Mr. Blaine Haskell, Miss Lindsay Jaffe, Miss Marta McGovern, Miss Danielle Tantillo, and Mr. Jeff Hafes. I am pleased to introduce our graduation readers. Miss Robin Mott, Mr. Corey Hawk, Miss Katie Allison. And our honored seniors, Aaron Bell, Hadessa Haggard, Sarthog Talk, Alessa Johnson, Keely Craig, Bristol Bennett, Addison Ledford, Elise Hubbard, Elizabeth O'Connell, Malaya Stinnett, Ming Guo, and Haley Westbrook. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce the Mountain Vista Senior Choir members who will sing You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins under the direction of Mr. Ben Heiser and accompanied by sophomore student Taylor Barnett. And now, please welcome our first senior address, given by honored student Erin Bell.
Good evening, friends, family, and faculty. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'd like to start by congratulating every senior who's made it to graduation and will finally be receiving their diploma. A critical part of this process was balancing the expectations and standards placed upon you from many different sources. That brings me to the idea I'd like to focus on tonight: standards. Whenever we have to complete a task of any sort, there's a standard we're being held to. We've all felt this, whether with assignments, sports, a job, and so on. That won't change once we're out of high school. There will always be a level of quality expected of us. But we have experience dealing with this. You're more prepared than you may think you are. The level you hold yourself to is just as, if not more, important than the level others hold you to. Think of any time you've had an assignment or project to finish, academic or not. Maybe you got it to a point that you could say, I guess this'll do. But then you did more. You put more time and care and effort into this task to get it to a point where you could say, yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm proud of this. I had this exact experience just a couple weeks ago as part of my English final for the year. I had to write an essay analyzing the works of a poet, and I really wasn't looking forward to it. I quickly typed up a draft that met the word count and was tempted to call it good enough. But it was pretty sloppy and rushed, and I wasn't proud of that as a final product. So, as much as I didn't want to, I forced myself to sit down and revise the essay until I was happy with it. It took a lot out of me, but ultimately, I went to bed that day happy with the quality of my work. I know you felt that way before, even if it wasn't for school. That's what having high standards for yourself looks like. And that is one of the most valuable tools you have to motivate yourself and achieve great things. As we prepare to graduate and move on to more exciting prospects, remember to set meaningful standards for yourself. Challenge yourself and put genuine time, care, and effort into what you strive to accomplish. You'll be respected professionally, but you'll also make yourself proud. Set meaningful standards for yourself, and you will achieve great things. Thank you.
Please welcome honored senior Hadessa Haggard, who will perform an original song that she wrote just for graduation, Green Gowns.
Let me see if I can get this adjusted right. How's everyone doing today? We doing good? Yay. All right. Yeah, here's a song I wrote about graduating and everything that comes with, and it's called Green Gowns. I hope you guys enjoy. We walked down the road, we thought we'd never go, and our mothers cried tears before goodbyes. Certainty and dread mixed with colors in our heads. Father's wisdom passed down, tears fall on green gowns. So here we go, my fellow friends. Here we go, our adventure begins. So let us rise to the occasion, let us exceed expectations. Let our little selves look up and give us a smile, and let our passions guide us and our gratitude find us. Let our past be our past and our future open wide. Let us move on hand in hand, our smiles bright. And though new grows old too soon, we will sing a fresh tune, and great freedom greets us ahead, and so on we tread. And we thank those years we overcame our fears. We move on with little doubt, now tassels toss all about. So here we go, my fellow friends. Here we go, our adventure begins. So let us rise to the occasion, let us exceed expectations. Let our little selves look up and give us a smile, and let our passions guide us and our gratitude find us. Let our past be our past and our future open wide. Let us move on hand in hand, our smiles bright. Thank you so much.
And now, please welcome our final senior address given by honored student Sarthak Tak.
If you took Honors English 1, you remember the Odyssey midterm. We were supposed to dress up, recite a poem, and bring a snack. I, in my infinite wisdom, decided to go a different route. Picture this: the most introverted kid in class, who barely knew anyone's name, stands up. I'm the last speaker, forced into the slot. I'm in a poorly wrapped bedsheet toga. I take a deep breath, and I hit play on my speaker. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, I sang the entirety of Baby by Justin Bieber from the perspective of a lotus eater. Those guys in the Odyssey who eat flowers and have amnesia. I figured if they were going to be trapped on an island forever, they'd probably be caught up in Bieber fever too. It was the first in a long line of stunts with increasing levels of idiocy. I realized that, just like those characters, most people are way too caught up in their own journey to worry about mine. So I might as well have some fun along the way. But for most of high school, I wasn't performing. I was optimizing. Get the grades, join the clubs, look responsible, repeat. We all got really good at the version of school that looks good on paper, the senior resume version of ourselves. We focused so hard on the best possible outcome that we stopped looking at the actual journey. Sometimes we stayed up until 2 a.m., pressing ahead on projects that felt revolutionary in the starlit stillness of night, only to realize they were aggressively average by first period. Then there were the things we couldn't control. The line at Chipotle when you're already late for class, the absolute mystery of the totally not rigged college admissions process, and the mewing and 6-7 jokes that lasted 3 semesters too long. We were so busy pretending we had it all figured out that we almost missed the parts that we actually wanted to remember. I realized that I'm not going to remember the stunts or the I'm not going to remember the rubrics or the perfect scores. I'm going to remember the stunts. The moments where we broke convention and did something weird or risky or just plain stupid. We didn't do those things because they were impressive. We did them because they were honest. In a world where we were constantly optimizing ourselves for a future that hadn't happened yet, those truly hilarious moments were the only times we were actually present. But if there is a lesson in the stunts we pulled, it's that success doesn't have to be so black and white. It can just be the ability to have some fun along the way. So as long as we choose to create meaning outside of checking every single box, we'll make it out just fine. And if all else fails, just put on a bedsheet and sing Justin Bieber. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alessa Johnson, and I am honored to serve as your student body secretary. While tonight is a celebration of our achievements, it's also a moment for reflection. Before we look forward to our next chapters, please join me in a moment of pause to honor the memory of those members of the class of 2026 who are no longer with us. Thank you. We want to recognize the amazing faculty at Mountain Vista. I would like to acknowledge two of our outstanding staff members who are retiring, Michelle Manish and Stacy Steck. These two have a combined 50 years of service just at Mountain Vista. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your dedication and support to all of us. And now, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage our principal, Mr. Rob Segley.
Thank you, Alessa. Good evening, parents, grandparents, friends, family, staff members, and of course, our esteemed graduates. Let's all first take a moment and appreciate this beautiful evening. A little cool, but a wonderful night to celebrate a wonderful class. It is my pleasure to be here today to talk about the elephant in the amphitheater. For our graduates, your next steps, your path, your life. While your very immediate future collectively entails a stern handshake from me along with the diploma, followed by an assortment of grad parties with family and friends, what happens beyond that is your true next chapter. There is no doubt that at this point you've been asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And usually this provokes a more simple answer that references a profession such as doctor, engineer, actor, sports broadcaster, to the very honest, no clue. What you don't always realize is that this question is way more encompassing. And in fact, the questions themselves are now infinite, and your life will shape to be a sum of answers to all of them. While identifying a career passion is a great start, there will always be way more to your life. Questions that are more demographical. Where do you want to live? How many children do you want? To the more complex, what kind of person do I want to be? What role might my faith play? What type of friend am I? How often will I call my mom and dad? These answers and many more will set you on an ever-winding path that will ultimately determine and define who you truly are and how your life is lived. But fear not. While all of this has the potential to be daunting and overwhelming, you have two very important things on your side. Number one, a Mountain Vista Diploma, which will no doubt equip you to handle everything and anything life throws at you. But most importantly, you have time on your side. If you ask anyone here today, especially my fellow parents sitting in the upper half of the benches, time is the most valuable resource. This is your moment. This is your chance to make your own path and live your own life. Don't squander this resource. Dare to be great. Chase your dreams. Fail forward. Live fast and take chances. Educated chances, please. Be ruthless in your pursuit of originality. Let your heart guide you as you move through these years and beyond. I've had the privilege of riding alongside this group for many years. I've observed them. I've learned a lot. I can say the class of 2026 is amongst the hardest working and dedicated we have ever seen. Monday night, a Vista record, 307 students received academic honor cords. This group also led us to 4 state titles in athletics and activities. Hats off to flag football, esports, AC Dec, And about 96 hours ago, our first ever girls track championship. And we might be a very short time from getting another one. Our girls soccer team is tied 1-1. I know this class is empathetic and proud. It was not surprisingly shattered historic and seemingly insurmountable Vista records for Wish Week. And finally, I know this group is talented and inspiring, earning over $14.9 million in scholarships and heading off to top colleges and universities in the country and around the world. I am confident that the leaders, the innovators, and citizens who will strengthen our community and nation are sitting before us today. So as you depart Highlands Ranch, Colorado to chase your dreams and trade your golden eagle wings in to become buffaloes, rams, bulldogs, bears, midshipmen, bobcats, wildcats, jayhawks, and many, many more, know that we are proud of you, we love you, we will miss you, and above all else, the answer to the question of what we want you to be is happy. Congratulations, Mountain Vista class of 2026. At this time, please give a warm Mountain Vista welcome for our Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Danny Windsor. Mr. Windsor, it is with great pride and joy that I present to you the Mountain Vista High School class of 2026. I hereby attest and affirm that the students seated before us have successfully completed the requirements set forth by the Douglas County Board of Education, and that this should therefore be recognized by the presentation of a high school diploma. Mr. Windsor, the class of 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Segley. On behalf of Douglas County School District and the Board of Education, it is my honor and privilege to accept the graduating class of Mountain Vista High School. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to invite our stage guests to take their places and join me in presenting the diplomas. Seniors in group A through J, please prepare to take your place to be led to the stage. Please join us in welcoming our faculty readers, Ms. Robin Mott and Mr. Corey Hawk, to present our graduates A through J. While our first group takes their place, please welcome honored students Keely Craig and Bristol Bennett, accompanied by Christy McFarland, to the stage to perform Thank You for the Music by Benny Anderson and Bjorn Oveus.
I'm nothing special, in fact, I'm a bit of a bore. When I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing, 'cause everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be
joy, what a life, what a chance. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty, what would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Elise Christine Abbott. Muska Abedi. Ryder James Adams. Arno Mark Afanachev. Ariana Sophia Aki. Carson Tyler Aki. Madeline Lydia Alberg. Avani Ray Alderet. Chase Riley Alderson. Allison Michelle Alexander. Emma Grace Anderman. Nicholas Stephen Anderson. Alexis Nicole Nahid Arain. Adelaide Francis Archer. Kaya Fiore Armstrong. Aaron Christopher Ayat. Samantha Kate Bachtel. Amadou Sarajo Ba. Corin William Baker. Braden Michael Baldivia. Aaron Robert Ball. Scott Harrigan Bangert. Lucas Richard Barnes. Ethan Alexander Barnhart. Elise Rose Behrens. Ariana Veronica Barrington. Liam Michael Berry. Madeline Nicole Berry. Cassidy Rose Bartolozzi. Zane Stephen Bass. Kingston Gael Batista. Kevin Manuel Bazan Villa. Kate Abigail Claire Beaudreau. Colson Bryce Beebe. Aaron Corwin Michael Bell. Ava Genevieve Ballora. Caroline Lonnie Belt. Haley Michelle Bender. Bristol Lynn Bennett. Nash Adam Emerson Bennett. Reese Dean Elwood Bennett. Tony Ann Bennett. Ashley Elizabeth Burliant. Brooklyn Jade Berry. Nathan Aaron Betts. Rohil Makarand Bahat. Brooke Binzer. Jackson Wyatt Biddick. Emmett Avery Bland. Daniel Blichtain. L. Jane Bockerny. Anna Ruth Bonds. Avery Shea Bornhofen. Abby Margaret Boynton. Reed John Brady. Owen Michael Brandenburg. Emma Jane Branson. Jonathan David Brewer. Anna Elizabeth Bryce. Dylan Spencer Bridge. Jace Wrigley Brockett. Samuel Alexander Brown. William Michael Bruger. Shelby Lynn Bryan. Gavin Alexander Bryant. Joseph James Buck. Larissa Marie Berger. Sophia May Bowie. Lucas Adam Bowman. Elsie Ann Burgoyne. Isabel Rebecca Burgoyne. Lauren Grace Byers. Brody James Call. Marin K. Kamalia. Dominic Paul Corona. Annabelle May Castro. Rylan Joyce Segley. Andres Luca Cervantes. Aspen Rain Alexa Chaidez. Luke Newell Chambers. Ella Michelle Chansey. Manu Chandra Shakran. Audrey Ryan Chang. Danica Grace Chavez. Katie Huyan Chow.
Carly Austin Christian.
Logan Matthew Chevital. Emerson Michael Clark. Abigail Joy Cochran. Ethan Sean Coffey. Lincoln Adam Coleman. Grayson Miles Konka. Lucas Stanley Conklin. River James Walker Cox. Keely Christine Craig. Tyler James Craig. Stella Rose Craven. Alicio Ray Quinn. Malak Yassien Dalil. Gabriel Alexander Daniels. Paul Landon Dana. Tegan Sky Davis Stenhouse. Addie Elizabeth DeBell. Finn Andrew DeBerry. Ava Charlene Deering. Austin Clay Dempsey. Henry Carpenter Dentry. Akshaj Dev. Addison Grace Devlin. Avery Claire Dole. Nora Grace Dolman. Lindsay Delane Dondero. Reese William Donnell. Adam Michael Dow. Dylan Nye Downey. Holden Gillette Dozois. Joseph Frederick Dressel. Isabella Marie Dukas. Logan Joseph Dumas. Dylan Christopher Dunbar. And Landon William Dunn.
Michaela Ray Eaton. Ella Victoria Emberley. Brooker James England. Ella Kate Erickson. Gabrielle Xavier Escobar. Charlie Marie Easterner. Samantha Ray Ewan. Natalie Hollister Falconbury. Sophie Hannah Fine. Gianna Elizabeth Fenolio. Camille Furr. Adeline Teresa Fesker. Luke Donald Featherman. Gabriella Lexi Fields. Carter Phillips Fitzgerald. Brianna Shea Feischman. Amy Marie Flitton. Gavin Alexander Fox. Penn Victor Freestone. Joseph Raymond Fry. Aubrey Anna Friedman. Kenna Gracing Friel. Kellen Robert Frisch. Kira Logan Frisch. Owen Mark Gablehouse. Kiana Zhaoying Gayu. Austin Michael Galan. Emery Page Gamble. Jonas Xavier Gander. Sophia Nicole Garcia. Isabella Marie Garduno. Caden Michael Garrett. Cameron Alexander Garrett. Molly Michaela Gavin. Tristan Reese Geiger. William Xavier Geisler. Sarah Christine Geraci. Tyler James Gibson. Liliana Hope Godding. Samantha Ann Gordon. Andrew David Gossett. Liliana Kate Gould. Logan Bradley Graber.
Ty Koa Grammersdorf.
Grace Michelle Granberry. Voltaire Jamie Graves, Jr. Lauren Elise Gressman. Eliana Adele Griffin. Esther Blanche Griffin. Kendall Sophia Gross. Claire Marie Giberson. Emma Elizabeth Gould. Quillen Malai Gulick. Hanafe Guo. Meitong Guo. Ziming Guo. Jackson Quinn Hadsuk. Christian John Hady. Hadessa Marie Haggard. Connor Jackson Hall. Sophie Nicole Hollick. Riley Elizabeth Hamilton. Madison Claire Haney. William Travis Hanley. Alexander James Hansen. Lucas Ellett Harding. Nolan Michael Hartlieb. Haley Ann Hatch. Marley Anastasia Hockey. Corey Christopher Hayhurst. Devin Harris Hazari. Sean Rebecca Heflin. Avery Maureen Hemmerly. Laurel Ann Henbest. Gemma Yvette Hill. Matthew Armand Hillsden. Evan Gregory Hines. Noah Christopher Hinton. Alex Ann Huang. Gunnar John Holtkamp. Isabel Grace Hotstetter. Elise Marie Hubbard. Jake Lee Huddle. Sawyer Allen Hughes. Avery Ann Hummel. Grace Madeline Hunter. Nathaniel Thomas Infante. Noah Clifford Inman. Naomi Yuna Ivy. Aryaka Jane. Avery Lee Jameson Makia. Samuel Christopher Jaramillo. Caitlin Elizabeth Jenkins. Maya Anley Jenkins. Yaren Elias Jensen. Kaliska Morgan Jensen. Tabor Astrid Jensen. Ava Ann Jesperson. Sydney Marie Gilbert. Kylie Marie Johnson. Alessa Jane Johnson. Easton Christopher Johnson. Joshua Gregory Johnson. Lorana Kaylee Johnson. Troy Andrew Johnson. Tyler Stanley Johnson. Sean Davenport Johnston. Sophie Jones. Kylie Ann Jopek. Brenna Ray Jordy. Oliver Stan Junker. Adam Piotr Jerkowski.
Seniors in group K to Z, prepare to take your place to be led to the stage. While our second group takes their place, please welcome honored seniors Addison Ledford, Elise Hubbard, Elizabeth O'Connell, Malaya Stinnett, Ming Giao, accompanied by Haley Westbrook, who will perform Homeward Bound by Marta Keene Thompson.
In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning, I'll be homeward bound in time. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow, set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow.
If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return to your thoughts, I'll soon be listening, and in the road I'll stop and turn.
The wind will set me racing as my journey leaves its end, and the path I'll be retracing when I'm homeward bound again. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me be free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, I'll be homeward bound again.
Nicholas Stephen Cam. Madeline Chloe Kane. Seth Noah Kaplan. Delaney Lee Kaspar. Ayalette Kaufman. Jasmine Kaur. Joshua Bryant Kelleher. Tanner Douglas Kennedy. Isla Noor Khan. Kylan Kim. Tyler June Kim. Alex Paul King. Ellie Olivia King. Clarice Singpo Kimball. Cameron Marie Kleinsasser. Grayson Evan Knobloch. Alexander Jacob Cohn. Ronan Lucas Krumholtz. Sue Hay Lam. Payson Daniel Land. Mackay Andrew Lang. Robert Angelo Lavacci III. Aiden Vu Lee. Brianna Quinn Lee. Addison Gabrielle Ledford. Harris Stephen Kutak. Adrian Marquise Lee Jr. Roa Lee. Alina Jasmine Lesky. Joseph Chase Levinson. Matthew Daniel Levinson. Avonlea Hope Lewis. Etienne Latif Lewis. Riley Jane Lewis. Luke James Liberman. Alex Lien. Claire Antoinette Levens. Brooke Lindsay. Ashlyn Grace Lippert. Colin Allen Long. Maya Janae Lott. Erica Paige Lustig. Cora Alexis Lutz. Nora Lee Lynch. Lillian Marie Mackey. Alyssa Casey McGee. Gavin Northrop Mahoney. Daniel Stephen Maley. Keaton Jeffrey Majorana. Colton Joel Mikowski. Kayla Ella Mamani. Servagnia Mancala. Sarah Josephine Maple. Cruz Matthew Martinez. Tessa Michelle Martinez. Xavier Daniel Massaro. Addison Marie Massey. Clifton Joseph Massey. Lucy Olivia Matthews. Benjamin Wade Mathis. Jalen Marie Madison. Cadence Joy Maymere. Keeler Ryan McClellan. Aiden James McCollum. Bryn Margaret McDermott. Kellen Jason McKay. Torin James McMeekin. Ava Marie Menapache. Kate Ellen Messner. Cecilia May Metz. Miranda Harper Metz. Alexander William Metzler. Wyatt John Middendorf. Megan Elizabeth Malosnik. Andrew Michael Miles. Benjamin Reed Merkin. Gianna Rose Mitchell. Kate Mary Moats. Lucille Marie Mock. Lydia Grace Morris. Charles Robert Moses. Olivia Grace Moses. Jacob Ryan Moss. Justin Norman Moss Jr. Tyler Wayne Linsheed Muir. Keegan Kanai Mullen. Caden Zachary Mullins. Go Caden! Anna Leslie Munhall. Madison Taylor Murray. Chloe Kayi Narozniak. Tuan Hong Win. Ian Gabriel Nichols. Presley Elise Nichols. Matthew Thomas Nicolosi. Daniel Alexander Neese. Alexis Emily Nikolich. Colton Jeffrey Noblet. Natalie Irene Norris. Demont Nuthanapati.
You're right,
Sorry. Elizabeth Ann O'Connell. Audrey Ann Odewald. Avery Oliver. Caleb Ming Olson. Jace Thomas Olson. David William Onsauger. Samuel James Orozco. Ellie Marie Ortega. Riley Ray Ortiz. Aiden Michael Osborne. Lily Catherine Oss. Morgan Elise Ostby. Ryla Jasleen Otto. Elizabeth Bell Outerkirk. Johanna Bell Outerkirk. Jason Cameron Owens.
Braden William Park. Lawson Stillman Parker III. Hudson Morgan Partlow. Samuel Bennett Patterson. Sophie Genevieve Patterson. Chase Michael Pearson. Leah Mackenzie Pearson. Reed Donovan Peng. Liliana Jane Pepper. Lacey Elaine Percival. Eric Matthew Perez. Grace Elizabeth Peterson. Jacob William Petrak. James Tyler Phillips. Madison Helen Pickers. Ellie Lauren Pickett. Drew Isaac Plug. Samantha Paige Poirier. Cameron Ross Porter. Jackson Douglas Porter. Kyle Alexander Portugal. Rafe James Pouchet. Davis James Prio. Caitlin Grace Probst. Carson Patrick Purcell. Ashley Paige Pite. Kayala Elin Kilausing. Ryan Joel Ramon. Bryston Maxwell Rasmussen. Tyler Matthew Reback. Kelsey Gwen Reedy. Allison Taylor Reitz. Nissa Christine Reitz. Noah Allen Rapola. Abigail Miriam Reed. Benjamin Joseph Reedinger. Colin Vincent Riley. Harrison Michael Ringhofer. Adriana Rivas Carrillo. Parker Trigg Robbins. Keisha Monique Roberts. Daxton John Robinson. Carson Dylan Rodriguez. Zachary Benjamin Rodriguez. Kyrie Elizabeth Rogers. Samuel Joseph Romero. Hudson James Rooney. Audrey Nave Rosas. Clayton Jeffrey Ross. Bo Jackson Rule. Nathan Sterling Ruppert. Alexandria Marie Russell. Sue Keith Rutala. Grady Ryan Sabala. Cole William Salmi. Mason Ray Santos. Nicole Caitlin Sardella. Lainey Emerson Schaefer. Lachlan Riley Shell. Lauren Brooklyn Schneidman. Aiden Richmeyer Schwab. Gavin Edison Schwab. Mason Robert Scott. Simone Cerna Lastra. William Aiden Sharp. Samantha Joy Shattuck. Emily Camille Shaw. Dax William Sheasley. Carson Jackson Sherpa. Mina Suh. Paige Miriam Schlossman. Brooke Yvonne Sieving. Alexander Renee Silverstone. Tyler Joseph Simmons. Eli James Simpson. Caden James Civic. Kyler Gray Civic. Casper Logan Skonieczna.
Caitlin Marie Slaughter.
Aubrey Michelle Smith. Charlie Ray Smith. Gabriel Zion Smith. Kaylee Lauren Smith. Jay Agarwal Samuri. Joshua Tyler Sophia. John Dalton Spangler. Cicely Aspen Stewart. Malaya Jade Stinnett.
Isaac Douglas Straight.
Chloe Metler Strauss. Claire Bryn Stuckey. Veronica Sofia Sichova. Sartak Atul Tak. Allison Demia Tanner. Christian Dominic Tarude, Allie Mae Taylor, Atticus Allen Taylor, Gabriel Trevin Thomas, Sawyer James Tipton, Jack Ryan Tokel, Brendan Noah Toney, Brody Marcus Tanazi, Ty Henry Tullis, Addison Marie Tweet, Tyler Dennis Vandemortel, Gavin Daniel Vandeven, Isaac Lawrence Vaughn, Sophia Verdu Olmadia, Isaac David Vitali, Joel Ezekiel Bondi Corte, Braden Jacob Voss, Grant William Wadsley, Caden Seth Walker, Lily Faith Walker, Valerie Nicole Walton, Andrew Justin Watkins, Maya Sage Watkins, Michaela Lauren Wiedek, Eli Robert Webb, Benjamin Andrew Wentz, Rachel Marie West, Haley Westbrook, Caleb Jonathan White, Miles Bellamy White Lacombe, Samantha Grace Whiteley, Grayson Matthew Whitticus, Deegan Wilhelm, Gavin Allen Williams, Hannah Catherine Wilson, Samuel Jaron Wilson, Sophie Elizabeth Winkler, Lorelei Mackenzie Wood, Lillian Claire Woolfolk, Mason Jehoon Rona, Anna Kensley Waibara,
Not here.
Jordan David Yerksa, Grace Kathleen Zacharias, Sebastian Matthew Zacharias III, Isaac Samuel Zabata, Sebastian Paul Zavala Davidian, Zachariah Mitchell Zahner, Sebastian Blake Zulak.
Mountain Vista graduating class of 2026, what an honor it is to be standing amongst you all here today. It's pretty insane. I swear just yesterday we just started kindergarten and we're back on the field looking for our classes and our teachers' signs and starting this fantastic journey together. That first step was hardest back then. None of us had any clue whether we'd make friends, what we'd do, or how we'd change. But I have no doubt that if little else were here today, they would be proud of the people that we've become. I bet that back then, you had no idea what you were capable of and the challenges that you'd face growing up. I bet that you didn't think those kids you sat next to on the first day of school would now be your best friends, or that you'd meet your best friends outside of class, probably in the Taco Bell parking lot for a lot of you. I bet you didn't think you'd make it out of that one class that you hated, but you made it through. And you probably found some teachers that you'd even spend your off periods hanging out with. We love you, teachers. I bet you didn't think you could create that music and art that you created, but you amazed us all. I bet you didn't know when you first tried out for that sport you loved that you'd now be a varsity athlete or a state champion, but you are. Or that we'd spend that much time in the gym, but we're a good-looking group, aren't we? I bet you couldn't have even guessed the friends that you'd make working at your first real job. I bet you didn't know that high school actually is like it is in the movies. I mean, we've rushed the court more times than I can remember. And last week, we had a rave with our very own DJ Loss headlining. Next one's gonna be up here at Red Rocks, I'm sure of it. I bet you never thought that you'd meet Anita, Carter, Addison, or Lucy, who all changed our lives for good. I bet you didn't think you could make it through that one heartbreaking, scary, hardest moment, or that other one, or that other one. But you have. Maybe you're still trying to. I bet that you'd be proud of yourself today for continuing to be so strong when you figure things out every day. You are that strong, and you will figure it all out. Today, you're a high school graduate. You've done it! This achievement can't be taken for granted. I bet that it feels scary to take your first steps again tomorrow. I bet that leaving each other, spreading out in every direction, no longer moving in one big group is even hard to comprehend. And leaving our families, we love you too, even more so. I bet a part of you thinks that you're not ready to continue on your own. We will step into this world tomorrow, we will forge our own paths, and we will succeed. I bet that you still don't understand how limitless your potential is. So when you take that first step again tomorrow, and the world is staring you down with every challenge it has, you need to stare it right back down. And you need to say, bet. Thank you. Seniors, please stand. Seniors, please move your tassels left to right, signifying the completion of high school. Class of 2026 and honored guests, this concludes our commencement exercises. We did it!